6 days a week, it's going to be used to forge horseshoes, but 1 day a week, an anvil is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis. And it's been rung once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. Today, a good one in store here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Indianapolis Colts. Spencer Schrader is going to have the honor of getting us started. And here we go from Indy. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Jukes out a one-stop. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. They're led out by the seventh-year quarterback from Oklahoma, Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, man, he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
Into the hands of Harrison. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Run here. This is DeMercado. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Cardinals first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. And that's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Mercado on the carry. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Murray on third down. It's caught by Wilson. And they get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Oh, he shovels it forward, complete. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Murray to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on third down. Back to the air, Murray. He beams He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him.
Pressure mid, and it's blocked. Now this is picked up inside the 35.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, second down.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, it's Jones. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Colts.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They're now set for 1st and 10. They go again with Taylor. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Zone read hand off to Taylor. Defense followed the ball perfectly on that zone read and close in on him for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, here's Jones. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that one is going to get them on the scoreboard.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Dortch now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we get set to see the Cardinal offense for the second time. They have had their field goal blocked last time out, so 3 points poorer on the scoreboard than they expected to be right here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Finds a seam down the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Here's a game to DiMercado. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. No run with DiMercado. No one around. He's got space. And he takes it down to the 33. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
Here's DiMercado. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
For a linebacker to make a tackle for loss on a toss play like that, yes, it's about speed, but even more so, Kate, that was a perfect angle he took.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Right side cut by Higgins. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Operated from the gun. Here's Murray. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Short of the goal line. 1st and goal, Arizona.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Murray keeps it. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
They'll try him left side. Ooh, no luck. He tried. He was fighting, but they send him backwards on 3rd and goal.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bad when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
So now it's Chad Ryland's turn to attempt this Cardinals field goal. His only previous one thus far was blocked. The kick by Ryland is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
So he makes up for his earlier miss in the game. He knocks that one right through. And it's important for him to move past that early miss, Kate, because you never know if he's going to be needed for a big moment when we get to the 4th.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Colts with their offense out, their second drive coming up. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Jukes one defender. And some excellent work on this play. Takes him a while to get to him downfield.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
That's what an offensive player never wants to see, a defender just waiting for him on the edge. At that point, the play's dead, and good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Short pass brought in. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
They're going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
4-yard loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. From that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Blown back in the wide to Forrest Buckner.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
To the air, third and long. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Arizona.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. This one quickly to Harrison. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First down, ball at the 36. They send a man in motion. Now Murray on the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They're working a couple yards past the line. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
They send a tight end in motion. They'll try and punch it in. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. This time it's a passing play. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. And we'll see what they do about 4th and goal in a few minutes. We've reached the end of our 1st quarter. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll have a chance to take the lead here as they line up for the field goal. The kick by Ryland is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Gould on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Colts offense set to head out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground. Taylor. Juke the defender. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
They're set up at the 35 now. Inside is ruled in by Warren. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back now, pressure on its way. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And this is going to be a small gain to the 42. The play made by Will Johnson.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. 16 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
For another Colts. 1st and 10 at the
It sure seemed like he knew
26-yard line.
exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's going to keep it this time. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 20 more yards. That's another Colts 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
At the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
What are you doing?
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Ball with a screen to Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Spencer Schrader on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts take a 4-point lead.
Colts 10, Cardinals 6.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. On the return, here comes Imari DiMercado. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. Cardinals in the formation. It's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Murray keeps it. And his slide puts a bow on his play after a gain of about 6.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Murray looking to throw. Now here he goes again. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Arizona.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Murray. Completed to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 19. He can run it. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3.
13. Colts 10.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Gould on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The
The Colts and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Throw right side finds Pittman. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Taylor from the pistol. Pickup, but he's denied that 1st down. Your stop comes at the 32-yard line.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. On the shotgun, it's Jones. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. Greg Dortch back to return for the Cardinals. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And this game has really been a great audition for him, Brock, to show off how well he can do as a runner. I think we could argue that his work there has actually been his early calling card in this one so far. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. It's his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Run here. This is DeMercado. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Now 9. Having gained about a handful there. Kenny Moore there to make the stop.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Completed over the middle. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Murray with a sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. DiMercado on the carry. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Chad Luma there to bring him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Play action now, Murray. Into the hands of Harrison. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
On the play. First down, Cardinals.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Dump off, caught by his back. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Second and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
There's a game to DiMercado. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's second and goal. They're going play action. It's Murray. Oh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they'll be left with third and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, third and goal. Murray to throw. Oh, he's in trouble, and he'll go down. The Colts got him. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So now it's Chad Ryland's turn to attempt this Cardinals field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Ryland is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Gould on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Runs the in route complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now Jones. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now we're going to have a break in the action as one of the Cardinals is in some pain, and they'll be out to look at him. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Jones looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. It's the Colts, who don't have many options here on 4th and long. The Colts are ready for the punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. The Cardinals and Amari DiMercato to take over once more. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's DiMercato. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the 39. He lofts it deep left. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals grow their lead just before halftime. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals bump the lead up to 13 points.
Colts 10.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Gould on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Jones now to throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Jones. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing from the gun. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Feels this clean at the 30. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. No run with DiMarcano. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Kyler looking to throw. Harrison secures this left side. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
1st down, Arizona.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. So now it's Chad Ryland's turn to attempt this Cardinals field goal. Don't forget, the defense got in there and blocked one earlier. The kick by Ryland is good, and that'll give them a 16-point advantage.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the
The
kickoff,
Colts
and we're
take
going to get
over
one
first and
final snap
10
here in the half.
at their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. It's downfield. He's got it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. Just gets down inside the 35-yard line.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a two-score ball game here as we resume play. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock. Trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. We will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Colts first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They go again with Taylor. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. Third down coming. Throwing now from the gun. He's got Pierce. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Right side is wheeled in by Warren. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in. Second and inches. From the gun, Taylor. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Taylor again. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Shane Steichen sticking with his offense. They're trying for 2 more.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Pistol now for Jones. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Dortch now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Murray. Got his man. That's Zay Jones. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
From the gun, it's Murray. Brought in left side by Jones. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Murray keeps it. And he gives himself up after a short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Option give here. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Cardinal out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. separated from the gun. Here's Murray. It's caught by Wilson. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First down, Arizona.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting the completion, it was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They run it again with Carter. And he will score! Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals push their lead further to start the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals take a 3-possession lead.
Colts 16.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Gould on the return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Now he takes it. And he's going to get down safely. Picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a 3rd down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Jones now on 3rd down. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense lets that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Complete to Josh Downs. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Jones going to do it himself. Crosses the 35, still got more room. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
And the Colts, first down. First and
And just
10
in
at
case
the
this offense
18-yard
didn't have
line.
enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Will the Cardinals get to him here? He's brought down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Trying again, following the sack. Going with the screen to Taylor. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts cut the lead down to 10.
Score Cardinals 33, Colts 23.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. DeMercado bringing it back. Escapes a defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Carter here from the gun. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Murray on the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Another try following the sack. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Murray on 3rd down. Dump off caught by his back. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. Brings it in at the 12. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. They start on the ground. Taylor finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game.
Okay, we are watching a showman put on an absolute show. What a day for this running back. I think he'd be the first to tell you it's about the guys up front, receivers blocking outside, and the electricity of his legs.
They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts cut it to a field goal game.
33, Colts 30.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Dortch now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Carter. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. From the 32. He takes it himself. And Murray hits the ground safely, picking up the 1st down on that run.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Cardinals.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Murray keeps it. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Well, they tried getting creative, but the creativity not rewarded here. Doesn't get him anything. It's going to be third down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Carter trying the left side. And they find him after just a yard, and it's third down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Carter again. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that first down marker. Call it a yard. That means fourth down coming up.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up fourth down.
So now it's Chad Ryland's turn to attempt this Cardinals field goal. Don't forget, the defense got in there and blocked one earlier. The kick by Ryland is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
That's a handful of field goals for him now, Kate. In fact, 5 in this game, and they've needed every one of them to put together the lead they do have as we sit here at this point in the game.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Gould on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. First call here coming from the shotgun. Jones now to throw. It's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now it's Jones off the play action. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf, and that meeting didn't go so well.
Offense to the line for second down. Throwing here, Jones. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Jones. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Colts ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. New set of downs for him at the 38. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now Jones. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals are able to take the interception up to their own 35-yard line. Worked through his progression. Nobody available. And by the time he checked it down to the back, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball and holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Now an inside give to Carter. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Second and 10 now. Wilson on the slant. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and just 2 to go. Kyler throwing here. He's got Jones for the completion. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
And a Cardinal 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
On the give, it's Carter. And it would take this for about a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Pressure coming. It's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Murray. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Cardinals.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They give to Carter, right side. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Here's 2nd and 11. Setting up the running back screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. He's running for it. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So 2nd down coming up. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Headed out right. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals go up by 12 in the 4th. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
This is caught. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Whenever you're throwing for 2, you always expect to see the pass go into the end zone, because otherwise you risk defenders rallying to the ball and stopping it short.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. With the defensive speed in today's league, gosh, you're just taking a risk anytime you throw it short of the end zone.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Gould on the return. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Colts and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to get a few here, brought down at the 33-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. He keeps it and takes off. That's a pickup of 9. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
9 yards. That's good for a Colts. First and 10.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment, made it the perfect time for the first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Takes out a one-stop. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action now with Jones. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Jones to throw. Good defensive effort here, drives him back across midfield onto their own side.
I know coordinator and quarterback gonna be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Play fake, Jones. Right side is reeled in by Warren. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
The Cardinals go to the dime package here. 3rd down coming up. Jones gonna throw again. He's got it, complete to Downs. And some excellent work on this play. Takes him a while to get to him downfield.
It's a gain of 30. That's good for another Colts. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
You can't start a fire without a spark? Well, how about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Taylor now up the middle. And that run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. On the ground, B.J. Giddens gets it. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. It's a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Jones. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts now within 1 score in the 4th. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. And as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts trim the deficit down to 5.
42. Colts 37.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Carter up the middle. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Now Murray on the play fake. Right side cut by Higgins. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Cardinals 1st down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Handoff here for Carter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. They run it again with Carter. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Off the play action, here's Murray. He rolls to his right, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. He's back to throw. Look, he's in trouble and gets brought down again. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
4th down.
The Cardinals out for the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this second half. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts trailing by 5. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. That's on target to Pierce. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line now. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here he is to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Connecting on the slant. And this one does not go far.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
This finds its target. That's Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Back to throw. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
All right, Jones and the Colts set up to go for 2.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll look to throw it. And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now.
That makes the score Colts 45, Cardinals 42.
Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for two, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here.
35-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there, just 11 seconds remaining. Comes up empty on that one. So it's 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play action now, Murray. Into the hands of Harrison. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. And the QB just nailed it.
So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. This a very important field goal for Chad Ryland. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away.
Arizona.
So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap.
At their own 35-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10. Jones now to throw. Down the field, he's got Pierce. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoff. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Got to be able to make a stop too. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. First throw of overtime now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Complete to Michael Wilson. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
Overtime just getting started. Both teams are going to get a chance with the football here. We've got 2nd down. Carter here from the gun. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
3rd down, opening drive of overtime, but they only need a couple of inches here. This is Carter. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this needs to be a good one. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand, now the other side gets a chance to go win it.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Complete out to the right. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Option give to Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Taylor again. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Some work to do here. Need to make some progress to get in range for that game winner. Here's 2nd down. From the 37. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Pistol now for Jones. Now he takes it. There's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. Now here he goes again. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that 1st down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a 1st down for the offense.
From the gun, Taylor. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Throwing out to the left. Go! And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Well, Brock, they're in range for a game-winning field goal, but the offense staying out there right now. It's 2nd down. Straight ahead with Taylor. Jukes one defender. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He was brought down by Max Melton. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Will get this off his own read. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they meet right at that line. And they didn't have to drive him backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
Big moment here in overtime. 4th down, and the offense is out there. From the shotgun, it's Jones. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Now this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Arizona offense about set to get going here. Each offense has had a chance to score now, Brock. Neither one could, so we're in a sudden death. The next score wins it.
And wouldn't it be great, Kate, if we saw one of these defenses just take a turnover back for the winning touchdown? Really just surprise everybody here.
Love that.
It'll be a little tougher to do now, though. Both offenses a little more settled in, and you've got to imagine a little more sense of urgency.
Give left side to Carter. Broke through the tackle. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
Charvarius Ward on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
All right, Brock, both teams have had their opening salvos. Next score wins it in OT as they come up on 2nd down. QB keeps the 2nd down option. And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
The Colts setting a man in the secondary here. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Murray. Oh, and he nearly had the interception, but he couldn't reel it in. That's the big overtime play they needed. But still, 4th down coming up.
You know, that is such a bummer because those are the moments you live for defensively. Those are all the reps you do in practice to get to that moment when the ball's in your hand to make that interception. He can't get it done. Now he's got to flush it and go make another play.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And in overtime, he needs to make this a good one. And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. The Colts are ready to take the field. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They go play fake with Jones. He's got it, complete to Downs. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
38-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Jones. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Downfield to Warren, he's got it. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. Here's Spencer Schrader. A lot riding on this field goal try. This from 28 yards away. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time.